Simple yet practical preparedness. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Today I'd like to talk about a bunch of different things that are fairly simple things. Most of them are free, or they're things that we always spend money on anyway, part of our everyday lives. But there are things that we need to keep up on. There are certain things. We talk about SHTF, WROL, Teotihuacan, the end of the world, collapse, all this stuff like that in the prepping community. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen. It could happen at any moment. It could be an EMP. This shut puts us back to the 1800s. It could be a collapse. Whatever the situation may be, there are some things in the way we live our lives that we can do to be better prepared for when that happens. There are simple things that we just need to keep up on. So, where did I come with this? I was doing laundry. And I was thinking, we had laundry piling up because I'm busy doing other things. And I thought to myself, thought popped in my head, what happens if we had an EMP right now? And we got all this laundry to do. No more laundry machine. We have other ways to do laundry, off-grid ways, but they're a lot more labor intensive. Take a lot more time, a lot more effort, and they're not as simple and easy as throwing clothes in the washing machine and then the dryer. So, keep up on your laundry. Keep it all done. When you get a load, do it. This is all about procrastinating. This is how preparedness becomes a lifestyle. We don't know when it's going to happen. So, are you up on your laundry, for example? What about dishes? Have you washed your dishes? What if you don't have any hot water because something happened? You can still do your laundry, dishes and laundry. Probably. Sure. But why not make it easier on yourself? If you keep up on little things like this, you won't have to worry about those little things becoming more of a pain in your rear when something goes down, because we don't know when it's going to go down. What about vehicle maintenance? Simple thing. We got to keep up on it. Fuel in your vehicle. You don't know when it's going to happen. So you can't be sitting almost on empty or a quarter tank as a prepper and just think, oh, I'll go to the gas station. Or you may have some fuel set aside. Sure. But why not have that fuel still set aside and keep your tank above half? To me, half is empty. I like keeping it 3/4. Does that mean stopping at the gas station more often? Sure. It's the same amount of money though. So why not keep it topped off? Also have extra fuel. Another thing when you're doing laundry, save your dryer lint. Put it in a Ziploc bag. You can use it for fire starting. You can even throw it in your garden or your compost for composting. You can use it to stuff pillows. You can use it as insulation. There's a lot of uses for dryer lint. I'm sure there's videos out there that probably are, like 101 uses for dryer lint. I don't know. What about medications? Have you refilled all your medications? Even if you don't use them or don't need them anymore, if you have refills, refill them. Keep them. Because you don't know what medications you're going to need when SHTF happens. So why not have stuff on hand that you are legally prescribed and can have? Why not have it? What about doctor's visits? And I'm not talking about if you're sick. I'm just talking about routine stuff. If you're older, have you done the stuff that you need to do when you're older? What about dental? Are you up on your dental exams? What about home maintenance? Is there that one lagging thing that, that you just haven't got around to fixing? Well, fix it now. Don't procrastinate. All these things can add up. If you have dishes piled up, you got laundry piled up, you got stuff on the house that needs to be done, you got a vehicle sitting on a quarter of a tank with no real fuel storage, you got, tires that are worn out. Well, in an SHTF scenario, you're probably not going to be able to just go buy new tires. So make sure you keep up on this stuff like that. It's very important. There's a lot of little things that you can do and as far as preparedness being a lifestyle. Preparedness is a lifestyle for me, so I'm always looking for things like this. And this is stuff that you can always be looking for. Getting some more firewood. We did today. We chopped up some more firewood. We haven't even used firewood yet this year because we have a wood stove, yes, but we also have a nice HVAC system. So we don't need to, but we have it just in case. Also, not procrastinating comes into things like gardening. Okay, a lot of people aren't thinking about gardening yet because it's not spring. We're in the middle of winter. Now's the time to be building your raised beds. Now's the time, if you can, unless your ground is frozen or under snow, to be amending your soil. Now is the time to be composting. Now is the time to be getting your seeds. Seeds are starting to show up in stores now. Your natural fertilizers, compost, your topsoil, your stanchions for your stringers to tie up your fruits and vegetables, the twine you use to do it with, all these things, making sure you have the proper tools. All this stuff is stuff that we need to be thinking about. What about extra animal feed for your pets or for your chickens or for your goats or your cows? This is all stuff, and that's another thing. If you have animals, are they up to date on the things that they need? Are they up to date on medications? Are they up to date on medical visits? These are all things that, yes, they're simple, yes, they're mundane, but they are vital, and they will set you up for success in an SHTF scenario. You're much more likely to succeed if you don't have all these other things, little things that you just fell behind on, that you got to catch up on those first before you go out and you set proper security. Which means there's a period of time when you don't have proper security set. Then what happens? Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you won't have to have proper security set. Maybe it's something else. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is the fact that we don't procrastinate on daily life things. What about your paperwork? All your important papers. Are they in order? Or is all your legal stuff in order? Have you been procrastinating anything? Do you have all your money sitting in the bank? So if they go down, you don't have access to it. Probably not smart. Have some out of the bank. I don't care. Bury it in your yard. Bury it in the forests. Bury it at your local church, friend's house, whatever. Don't keep it in obvious locations, obviously in your house for thieves. But have some cash on the side. A lot of these things are just simple, people, and daily maintenance on ourselves. Hygiene, proper hygiene, keeping up on the fact, okay, have you maybe not showered in a couple days? What happens if the grid goes down and you can't shower in the hot water? That would suck. Seriously, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, all these things that keep you sanitary, keep you healthy. I talk a lot about eating healthy, whole, natural foods. That's also important. But all these other little mundane things. Have you kept up on vacuuming? Do your pets have fleas? Have you taken care of that? Or when stuff goes bad, they'll just take over the world. Gosh, we had a situation in my son's room where the cat was in there all the time, and she pretty much stayed in there. She went through this period of time where she kind of kept to herself, kind of stayed in there. She got fleas, and we didn't notice it for a while. And next thing you knew, you stepped in his room and poof, your legs were covered in fleas. We're like, what? Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, that fight sucked. That fight went on for a long time. He slept on the couch for quite a while. We used diatomaceous earth. We used these little things that had lamps, that had little light bulbs in them and sticky pads. So they're attracted to the heat, and then they got stuck in the sticky pad. We vacuumed all the time. We won the battle. But I'll tell you what, that's not someone you want to be dealing with in an SHTF scenario, because you may not have access to all those things. So keep up on it. Keep up on all the mundane things. Don't let things fall through the cracks. I know we're busy. I'm busy. But this is one of those things I was thinking about when I was doing laundry. Now I'm caught up, which is good. So get caught up. Make sure that all your stuff is in order. Is your stuff sitting outside your house molding? Bring it in. Take care of it. Make sure your food storage is stored properly. Are you keeping abreast of the rodent situation? Rats, mice, bugs in your food storage, stuff like that. Wherever you keep your food storage, make sure that you're taking care of that you're not just putting it somewhere and forgetting about it. I've made the mistake. I was using a trailer. We had a fifth wheel. It's kind of like temporary food storage. Well, mice got in there and stuff like that. Luckily, it was all in sealed totes, so my food storage was good, but I had to put out mice traps and other stuff, and they just became a nuisance, and they damaged some little minor things. No big deal. It ended up being no big deal. But if my food storage wasn't stored properly, yeah, I could have had some serious damage. They could have gotten into it. My stuff was sealed inside things, or sealed inside. They were sealed and inside totes like this. Big, black, heavy tote. Now, could a rat chew through that eventually? Sure. Luckily, it was just a mice situation, so we didn't have to worry about it. But keep abreast on these things. Take care of this stuff. Don't let it fall through the cracks, because you will pay the price for anything that you are letting fall through the cracks when it does go down. If it goes down like that, if it's like a sudden type thing, boom, and then you're like, oh my gosh, now I got to do this and this and this and this and this before I get to what I really need to be doing. So do all these things now. I know this is a mundane video. It's not super exciting, but it's very important. Very important to be keeping this stuff done. Anyway, please subscribe, hit the like button, comment below, share the videos, ring the notification bell, all the things. Check us out on Patreon. We do a lot of awesome stuff there. A lot of on hands, building raised beds, all kinds of stuff. It's $1 a month, hundreds and hundreds of videos, awesome content. But I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.